What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's been a minute. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Sora 2 and how I've been personally using it to make organic dropshipping ads. Currently, what you see here is one of the stores that I started up this year. Currently up about $120,000 on the year at about 70% margins. And in this video, I want to show you how I've been personally using Sora 2 recently, these last 2-3 weeks, since it came out, to generate very good and realistic organic content. So if you guys don't know, Sora 2 is an AI that recently came out, like I mentioned, where you're able to literally create anything out of thin air. So if you guys take a look at my drafts here, you see a lot of products and just crazy nonsense that you could just make using AI. And so as you guys can see, I was able to create myself a photorealistic cinematic version of Kevin coming out of a chamber, kind of like Captain America, I guess, with a receding hairline. I don't know what that's about, but I'm fucking jacked in this. Really what I'm trying to get at here is like you can make anything that you want and it can turn it into a video with audio as well, right? So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you exactly how I've been personally doing this for my organic dropshipping stores and how you can too. Before we get to it too, sorry if like the background looks kind of crazy right now. Whole bunch of boxes for my brand that I'm currently running on TikTok Shop. So that's why you see a whole bunch of boxes. I literally have to go, and after this video, actually, I have to go to the storage unit and put all of them in there. So sorry about the background. It's a little bit messy, but we're going to be leaving this video knowing 3 key things, guys, okay? I'm going to be teaching you exactly the basic fundamentals of Sora 2 and how to use it, how to actually prompt it correctly to make realistic videos for our organic dropshipping videos, okay, and products, and how to use these videos for our ads, because at the moment, this isn't going to replace organic marketing just yet, right? But we could use it as a tool to incorporate in our videos, and I'll talk a little bit more about that because it might seem a little bit too confusing right now, but I'll show you. Okay, so let's talk about how we can actually start this process, right? So before we start, you're gonna need to download Sora 2 on the App Store, right? This is only on iOS at the moment. So if you're a Droid type of person, you're kind of cooked, bro. I'm sorry. And you can also download this on your PC as well. So I guess maybe you're not that cooked, but get it on PC if you're on Droid, right? And this is what we're gonna be using to make our AI product videos. So simply, you would download Sora 2, and the only way you can actually access Sora at the moment is by getting an invite code from a friend or the Chat GPT Discord. And if you guys see here, I have one more code for you guys. So enjoy the code. First come, first serve. Last one, okay? So before I go any further, I want to give credit where credit is due to my student Ernestus for cooking up the majority of this presentation here, because he's actually been cooking with Sora 2, and I've been able to go ahead and add my own twist to this presentation as well to kind of tell you a little bit more about how I use it, because I use it a little bit differently than he does, but I definitely want to give credit where credit is due. So shout out Ernestus for this presentation. But we're going to be running through the basics first. And the first thing we're going to talk about are tools that we're going to need in the beginning of our Sora 2 video. So we're going to need some watermark removals, because as you guys can see, these videos render out with watermarks every single time. Sora, 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 Sora. They're everywhere, right? And they move, which is kind of annoying. So what we're going to need here is VMake AI. And so VMake AI pretty much allows you to upload any video, and you could take off any sort of watermark or text that is actually on that video. So if you even wanted to take some random TikTok videos with like a text hook, you can totally remove that with this VMake AI. So again, you guys can go ahead and use that for your Sora 2 vids. Another thing I want to talk about too is magiceraser.org. And so this is actually very useful for uploading product images, right? So let's say you want to, upload a product of I always mention this water bottle, bro, but let's say you wanted to upload this water bottle into, Sora, and you wanted to take away this branding right here. With VMake, you can go ahead and use the magic eraser tool to remove that and just upload it into your Sora 2. And again, this could also remove like people and logos and backgrounds and whatnot. So again, super useful tool that I personally use. Now let's talk about Sora AI policies, right? They're kind of strict right now. So obviously there's some copyright restrictions. You need to avoid using copyrighted characters and products. So again, if I were to try and maybe run my Merc face mask, right? The Deadpool mask, the blinking Deadpool mask that I ran in the past with Sora 2 would not work, right? Deadpool is a copyrighted character. Same thing goes with products, right? If you wanted to run like a DJI, right? If you wanted to upload like a DJI camera, because again, this is a copyrighted product, would not work, right? So you have to use products that don't have any sort of like maybe branding and stuff like that, which is why it's important to remove them with the magic eraser tool, okay? Another thing too, photorealistic people. You can't upload an image containing a real life person. So you can't go up to, a person at the park, take a picture of them, upload them into Sora, make them do crazy shit. It does not work, okay? So you can't be doing that. You can only use people that have uploaded themselves into the Sora 2 app, or if you wanted to use your face as well, right? So you could do videos of yourself holding, said product, right? Another thing too, sexual content, trying to, avoid these crazy words like cute, kiss, sex. Don't use that shit. It's not going to render your video. And it's literally just going to flag it and, again, not let you render anything. Lastly, bullying or harassment. You can't make videos of you bullying somebody or beating somebody up. So let's say you have like an enemy, right, that you hate, and you wanted to make a prompt saying, have Kevin beat up my high school bully that literally harassed me all 3 years of high school and, whatever. It's not going to work, right? So again, you want to stay away from this type of stuff. And again, you won't need to add any sort of sexual content when it comes to your product video. So we are chilling. But for the OnlyFans AI motherfuckers, they're kind of cooked, right? Now, lastly, editing the video. Okay, we're going to be using CapCut to remove most of the noise background because, again, like I mentioned, these renders come up with like a noise, right? It's either a noise or a music background. It's kind of weird. So again, you want to remove all this using CapCut, okay? This is a software that we use to actually edit our videos, and it's super easy to kind of use their AI to remove the background noise, right? Lastly, portrait aspect ratio, right? It's super important that you render out these videos in portrait mode, right? So obviously we're rendering and we're uploading to TikTok, right? And so we want the video to come out vertically. So if we wanted to, right, when you go to the render option here, you can go to the filters, orientation, and click portrait, right? So you always want to render in portrait mode, not landscape. If you wanted to make a YouTube video, sure, do landscape, but we're obviously uploading TikToks here, and you want the duration to be 15 seconds so we make the most out of every single render, right? Because again, sometimes it's a little bit inconsistent. So yeah, that's going to be covering the basics of Sora AI. Again, I'm flying through this because I really want to touch down on the prompting aspect of it, because this is where we get into the nitty gritty of how to actually upload our product into Sora to make videos, right? And like I mentioned before, the word prompting is huge here because we're going to be using ChatGPT to actually maximize the efficiency and the quality of the prompts that we come up with to feed Sora 2. So like I mentioned, you're going to need ChatGPT right here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you some examples of what you can do with these prompts. So we're going to cover text-only prompting first, and this is where we just go ahead and feed it a whole bunch of text, and we come up with a concept here, right? And so I went ahead and I made a run-to concept, right? I made a run-to target concept using a prompt that I generated with ChatGPT. So like I mentioned, I went into ChatGPT. I said, make me a Sora 2 prompt about people running into Target to go Black Friday shopping like crazy people. And so then it came up with this prompt, but I didn't quite like it. It wasn't too organic. And so it went ahead and actually suggested, would you like me to make it more organic, like a real TikTok style video? And I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. Organic right there. I went ahead and typed it in, and then it made me like a full-blown organic type of prompt. And so I went ahead and copy pasted this into the Sora 2, and this is exactly what it generated me, right? So take a look. It's kind of insane. Let me know what you think.
Go, 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 they're opening! Move, move, move! Parkour! TV's this way.
Fine.
Let it go, man! Tug harder!
Got it. Last one.
Stuff the cart fast!
Shark incoming.
Gotcha!
People are staring at us.
Worth it. Place of honor for the PS5.
Victory!
Check out, let's...
So yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I literally made a video hook out of thin air. And again, we could use some of these components to, put in our hook. Obviously, this whole 15-second video is not perfect, right? What I personally would use from this video is probably the first 3 seconds. So, them actually running into Target, going crazy, and that's it, right? That's probably what I would use it for, because then you can start seeing some inconsistencies here where like they're picking up the PlayStation. It's like kind of weird. And then I don't know what's going on right here. So yeah, obviously we're using this as a tool, but this is a perfect way to just get a really good and engaging video hook in the beginning of our video, right? Another thing I want to talk about too is avatar prompting, right? So I went ahead, I created a target avatar for a product, right? And I said a goth girl, right? So this is going to be my target avatar. And so again, when you're running organic dropshipping products, you're going to be targeting a certain niche, right? And so typically a certain niche has a certain avatar, whether it's a goth girl, whether it's a Christian person, a Muslim person, whatever it may be, you can actually create your avatar, right? Your ideal customer using the AI. So I did something simple. I went ahead, hey, make me a goth girl being loud and obnoxious on a bus. And then this is exactly what it came up with.
You ever just wake up and feel like the
It's
world
fucking
should
beautiful,
get
bro.
red
It's
for being in your
perfect.
space? That's me today. Like, hello, I'm the main
You think
character.
emo girl?
Thank
This
you.
is what I think,
Look
bro.
at this outfit. Look at this face. Not giving it for free, people.
Could you maybe
I'm
keep
sorry.
it
Am I
down?
just...
So yeah, just like that, I was able to create my target avatar using a simple prompt like this. And not only that, you can also target a certain age demographic as well. So I said, okay, let's make her a girl, but let's make her young. So I said a little girl talking about a mean comment she got on social media. Take a look at this.
Somebody left a comment on my video and they said my teeth look like corn. At first it made me feel really bad, like I didn't even want to smile anymore. But then I remember that one person's mean words don't get to decide if I'm happy.
So yeah, we went ahead and actually made a younger girl talking about a mean comment she got on social media. And this is exactly how we can kind of play around with, a scene, right? A certain avatar and like what age we want her to be, right? So these are some good examples of text only prompting, right? So now we're gonna get into the product prompting. And this is exactly what I use this for. And this is basically when you upload a picture of your product. So I went ahead and I used an old picture of my old product that I ran last year, made a couple $1,000s selling this like urn necklace. And I basically just went ahead, I screenshotted a picture from AliExpress. This is how lazy I was. And I went ahead and fed it into Sora 2 with this exact hook prompt, right? And so I say hook prompt because these are gonna be the first 3 seconds of the video to kind of be like that scroll stopper, right? So I went ahead, I told, Sora, hey, I want a young man in his 20s talking about a handcrafted urn necklace for fallen loved ones, and talking about how his mom is literally inside of this urn necklace, right? Kind of crazy, right? So again, it's going to be a very good scroll stopper. And like I mentioned, I didn't write any of this, bro. I literally told ChatGPT, hey, make me a hook prompt for this product, and it cooked it up. So I literally just copy pasted, and this is exactly what it came out with, bro.
I handcraft urn necklaces for fallen loved ones. Inside this necklace is my mom. Now I can keep her by my side forever. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, it's insane, bro. Like, just literally take a note of like the pauses, the emotions. This guy's, he's not even talking like an AI, bro. He's talking like a real person just by the way he's pausing, the emotions on his face, the way the chain is moving, right, on the necklace. It's incredible, bro. And like I mentioned, we're only going to be using about 3 seconds of this whole 15-second clip, so we can go ahead and extract the best 3 seconds of the video. But you see what I mean here. We actually just created a hook out of thin air. And so I said, you know what, let's go ahead and keep going with the video, right? And so I went ahead and created a body prompt, right? What I'm going to be demonstrating in the video creation process of the necklace, right? So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and prompt it to a skilled artisan handcrafting a silver urn necklace, like we see right here, right? I still uploaded this image so the AI could know exactly what I want. And talking about like the whole process of him like polishing it, engraving the heart pendant, and using like a really good atmosphere of like the true craftsmanship that it takes to make something like this, right? So again, I wanted to show off the process with this prompt, and bro, this is literally what it cooked up. Again, all with ChatGPT, no effort required.
Each curve is shaped by hand.
And this is why you would want to remove the audio sometimes, because bro, it'd just be talking bullcrap. And again, we wouldn't want to use like a voice like that. But you can see, bro, she's literally adding the ashes into the urn. And it's incredible how good this looks. And again, there are some inconsistencies like this, right? What are we filing here? Nothing, right? But again, we could use something like this here where we're kind of like using this as like the mold, right? We're showing the process of that. Then we can maybe show off, not that, maybe this part, kind of polishing it up. Maybe adding like an engraving here. This could totally be like doable. Us adding the actual ashes through the funnel. Look how realistic this looks. And it falls off a little bit too. So we can definitely extract maybe like a 2-second clip from that. And then my favorite part here was like how she caps it, bro. She literally just boop, adds the cap on like that. So yeah, we could definitely extract some of these. Obviously this isn't 1-for-1, but bro, it's damn fucking close. And like I mentioned, most people aren't going to notice if we just use parts of our video with these small little clips, right? We're not obviously making a whole entire video with this, right? But we're extracting some of this to maybe add as a stitch clip and showing the creation process. So again, people aren't really gonna notice, bro. Now, lastly, I want to talk about how you can actually make these body prompts a little bit more detailed to make the most out of your videos. Because like I mentioned, we're only working with either 10 to 15 seconds per render. And so I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I want this to be a little bit more detailed. So I said, hey, first 3 seconds, I want him to file it. Then after that, I want him to rub it with sandpaper. And then lastly, just the finishing touch, cleaning it with a cloth, right? So I went ahead and literally wrote down the exact seconds that I want everything to happen in. Still uploading the same image, right? From AliExpress, super lazy. And this is exactly what it came up with. Yeah, we're rubbing it, cleaning it.
Just smoothing those edges.
A little more right here.
Ignore this.
That feels good.
I don't have a gap in my teeth.
Down. Nice and clean.
Chains on.
Bro, why do I look like that?
Look at that. Perfect.
But you can see how there's some inconsistencies, right? But again, it literally paid attention to what I wanted, right? I said I want him to file the necklace, then rub it, and then clean it, right? Pause. And then that's literally exactly what it did, right? Obviously, we'd have to chop off this. I don't even know how it looked like that, but you see how well it does it, right? And again, we're going to use this as a tool, guys. We're going to be extracting some of this for our video. and kind of making like a hybrid AI and organic type of style video, right? But my favorite part, honestly, was this too, how like they added it into a box.
Perfect.
And then they went ahead and closed it too, right? So again, we're not going to utilize AI to make 100% of the video, right? It's only going to be a tool. So we're going to mix like real life content with this kind of like creation type of process, but you can see how they can kind of go hand in hand, right? But again, it's not perfect yet, but think about in like 6 months, bro, it's going to be perfect. Lastly too, this is where we get into the real sauce. So if you stayed this far, you deserve this. This is what we get into the whole scene prompting. And this is where essentially you can take a picture of any scene. So I can be in this apartment, take a picture of my living room, right? I went ahead and just found this picture on the internet and I freaking uploaded it into Sora 2 with a prompt. And I said, hey, I want a lady wearing a hijab sitting on the couch saying, please don't scroll. And so with this exact picture and this prompt, I was able to generate this exact video right here.
Hey, please don't scroll. Just take a second with me, breathe, and remember you're allowed to slow down. Whatever's waiting can wait a little longer.
So yeah, we were able to literally create a scene out of thin air from just a picture that we uploaded to the Sora 2 AI and then create a prompt with a person sitting on that exact couch that we wanted. So not only that, I went ahead and uploaded a product onto that exact same scene, a little bit more zoomed in. And I said, hey, I want this lady now to talk about a mean comment she got on her Muslim jewelry page. So now we're able to upload a product to the scene, keep the same scenario going, right? The same scene here with the couch, but just tie in a product to it. And bro, peep this, dude. It's insane.
I wanted to share something that happened on my jewelry page this week. I posted a photo of this pendant. It's one of my favorites, inspired by the verse of protection. And someone commented, why would anyone wear something so obviously Muslim?
So you guys can see, it's insane, bro. Obviously, we're talking about a different girl here, right? But again, we're talking about a Muslim female talking about that same exact product I took a picture of. And bro, she's literally holding it with her hands. Like, this is crazy. It doesn't look AI. It looks real. It kind of looks crappy, but that's good, bro. That is exactly what we're looking for, is that crappy, organic, kind of TikTok shop type of videos. And bro, we were literally able to create it out of thin air using our ideal avatar to target this Muslim jewelry, right? This is like a piece of Muslim jewelry right here. And again, we were able to mold our avatar to this. So a couple of key takeaways from this video. I know I yapped a lot, so you might have to go ahead and rewatch this, take some notes. But guys, this should be used as a tool for your videos and not replacing filming completely, because again, we're going to be using this as a tool, right? And this isn't going to take over organic just yet, right? But I've been using it as a tool for exactly just that, kind of showing the creation process of my products, maybe talking about a certain character that's holding my product, or even just creating that avatar that has to do with the niche that I'm targeting, right? These are going to be some things that I personally use it for. But again, you want to think smart here. You want to think logically, right? With the most amount of leverage possible. So why create something out of scratch when you can go ahead and recreate winning stitch clips, tailor them to your product and niche, and then boom, you have a winning concept, right? Because as you guys know, with organic, a lot of people are using a lot of stitch nowadays, and there's certain stitches that pretty much go viral with every single product, but now we can actually tailor them for our exact target demographic and niche. So now it's like, gonna convert a lot more, right? You're no longer having to use like an old grandpa talking about like, oh, I made this shoe or whatever. No, we can go ahead, make that grandpa into a 20-year-old girl that actually would wear a product like that, right? Because again, I'm seeing people like target doing grandpa concepts with like emo jewelry. Like that doesn't make sense. So now you're able to mold that person to your niche, and that's how you can go ahead and convert that much more. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the video for today. Hopefully you guys found some value from everything that I explained. This is by far like something that is really going to be changing the game these next maybe 6 to 8 months with organic dropshipping. And I went ahead and just showed you guys exactly what I've been doing right now, right? Who knows? In the future, this might just go crazier and crazier, and we might not even have to film for products anymore. But for now, this is kind of like what I've been using it for. Like I said, a tool, but who knows, bro? This might just go crazy. So not only have I been crushing it these last couple of weeks of Q4, but my students inside of the inner circle have been absolutely printing, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a couple of results here from the last 7 days. So we got my guy Mark here hitting back-to-back 1K days with 4 products that I went ahead and handpicked for him. We got Javier here hitting a 10K total revenue in 16 days, bro. Absolutely insane. All the way from Spain as well. So EU people also cooking, bro. We got my guy KD Joey hitting a 21K month already. Bro, Q4 is freaking crazy. Obviously, I'm putting my wins in there as well. We got Joey hitting a 9.2K revenue week as well on his TikTok shop. So again, we got TikTok shop demons in here as well if you're looking to scale on that. And then we have Mark, right? Mark getting $273 orders with this new high ticket product that I put him onto, right? And again, these are just some of the results that we've been seeing these last 7 days, bro. And this is why Q4 is by far the best time to be doing organic dropshipping, because it allows you to hit these crazy days, but you need to find the right vehicle, the right product to get you to that point. And so if you guys do want to work with me one-on-one and actually get access to winning products that are handpicked by me, getting actual one-on-one mentoring from me personally, I don't have any coaches, you guys can go ahead and apply for the inner circle down below in the description. And with that being said, guys, I hope you guys actually found some value from this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.